Hi, Capricorn. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for September 2025. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in September and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. This recording is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck in this reading. All that being said, Capricorn, now on to your September 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. And the first card you have is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is a card that symbolizes feeling trapped and bound to some situation or circumstance that you can't see how to get out of. But you may actually be able to get out of it easily. This card could also symbolize that there's unknown factors, maybe secrets. It could also be trapped in an emotional prison. So you could be trapped inside of yourself in some way. You may find people to be, maybe even generally out in the world, difficult to deal with. This could be at work, this could be out in the world, this could be within your family, in your home environment, it could be all over the place. You may feel like you want to shutter yourself off from these people. You may be like, oh man, I can't deal with these people. People are being too difficult. I want to be by myself. And if you take time to do that, you're going to be entertaining new ideas. Could be new career moves or new ideas for like living situations or clubs, groups, or organizations you could get involved in, or new courses of study to pursue. So your alone time, spending time in contemplation, could be a wise thing to do for you, Capricorns, that could really pay off for you in September. You may be thinking about adjusting your thinking. You may be thinking, I need additional training, or I want to get new training or education in something specific. You could also be feeling like you're being kept in the dark by people that you've witnessed that had some kind of outburst. So you could witness two coworkers having a fight. You could witness two family members getting into it, having an argument. Whoever it is, you may be like, I don't get it. Why did that happen? And maybe nobody's going to let you know. Maybe they're not going to let you in on it or be talking about it to you. So you could feel in the dark about that. You could also be in a position, Capricorn, where you're trying to hold yourself back from getting involved in some kind of group or club, group, or organization, or bunch of people that you may be trying to hold yourself back from getting involved with them, because you may feel like, I don't know what they're really all about. I don't have enough information about them or how they roll, or, you know, if I'd like it or not. If you have any options to like have a trial period to do something, to join a club, to see how it works, or whatever it is, it would be to your benefit. Because I feel like you're like, well, I think I want to get involved in that, but I don't really know. Like, how does it work? Or how do they run things? That could also be if you're looking for a new job. You may be like, well, the devil I know is better than the devil I don't. You don't want to jump from the frying pan into the fire. So if you're considering a job change, you could be really mulling that over and thinking super carefully about it in September. So the next card in your reading is the Page of Rods, which is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that's a fire sign. Pages can be children. They can also be adults that are immature or young at heart. This could also be you if you're born on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. You're finding out a lot of new information that gets passed on to you this month. Somebody could in your family could be saying, hey, I'm moving out, or I'm moving, or I'm going on a trip, because I hear all three of those possibilities. You could also hear from somebody that says to you, we're redoing the whole thing. It could be a business, like maybe a company you work for. They may say, we're redoing this building, or we're redoing the structure of this business. Or it could be coming from a family member that's saying, we're redoing our house completely. We're redoing the whole thing. And they may be telling you because they may need to stay with you, or they may have things that they're like, hey, we're going to get all this, we're going to get some new stuff because we're redoing everything. Do you want any of this old stuff that we're getting rid of? I feel like you're a little befuddled by it. You're a little confused. I hear hindsight is 2020. There could have been some kind of scenario or a situation that now you're thinking you should have picked up the pieces and gone home before. So there could be like something that's changing that you may feel like, I don't want to deal with that. You could have a child to you that's going to let you know they're getting invited to something. It could be a club, a group, an organization, a party, a gathering, a trip with someone. This could also be a child to you or an adult that's letting you know, I've got to bring all this stuff. It could be about school. Oh my gosh, that jumps into my head. I remember when my kids were little, they would come home with a big list of all this school supplies and stuff they needed. And it would be like, what? Like the school can't supply any of it? It would be ridiculous. And then we'd buy the stuff and then they didn't even use it. I don't even know why they make up the list. I'd be like, well, you didn't use this or that. At the end of the year, there'd be all these supplies that they didn't really need. So it could be your kid coming home from school saying, here's my list for school. I need all this stuff. But it could be if they're involved in any kind of sport or club, group, organization, activity that they need certain like uniforms or this or that. It could be involving that. So the next card in your reading, Capricorn, is the Temperance card. And this is patience. Having to have patience, needing patience. It could also indicate alchemy, where God could be working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, or saying. You've got some ideas in your head about building something. It could be building a building, a structure. It could be building a business. It could even be about building a relationship. But I feel it's more material based, and I hear you want to see how it's going to turn out, how it's going to come together, how it will, and what it will look like when it comes to fruition. But it really could be building a structure, a building. It could be building a business or even a website. It could. And I feel like you're making plans to dissect something and look into something further through like analysis, research, study. You may also be pondering investments, and some of you could be thinking about, how do I invest my money, or how do I invest my time? So you could be looking over investments of like stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency, land, anything like that. Or you could be thinking about, how do I invest my time in a job, a career, a course of study, some hobby or skill you want to pursue. Some of you are going to donate some money to charity this month. You're also, if you're single, you're kind of holding the door open for somebody new to come in. Maybe energetically speaking, you weren't on that page before. You were like preoccupied, busy with other things, not thinking on those areas. But now maybe you are. You could find out that you are a finalist in some kind of contest or competition, and you may actually end up being the winner. There could be things that you need to hook up and link up together. It could be like to do with a fence. It could be to do with something you're making that gets linked together. It could also be linking together something on your computer where you have to link websites, links together on some platform or something that you're doing that way. So just have to see how that plays out, Capricorn. So before I go on to cards 3 and 4 for you, I'm sorry, 4 and 5 for you, I just want to let you know, if you're interested, I've recorded my eclipse effects from the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, September 7th, 2025, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card reading for each sign of the zodiac. Many people over the years have told me these eclipse videos are like private readings. So if you're interested, the links are down below in the description box, in the show more section, or they're on my website if I get my act together and get them on over there, because they do take me a long time on my website to get the links on there. But when I do, the links will be on my videos page of my website at theluckymermaid.com. Also, you can get these videos on Patreon. I started a Patreon a little over a month ago. So if you want to purchase the videos on Patreon instead of Vimeo, they're on the shop tab. You can also become a tier member, tier 1. I don't have any other tier at this moment. That has other options, other offerings. You may want to go check them out and see what it is and become a paid tier member, or you can become a free member and you can just see what I put on there for free, and you can get my videos on the shop tab. Also, my Uranus and Gemini psychic tarot readings for the 7-year transit, 7 years. So you can go back and watch these videos over the 7-year period of Uranus and Gemini. Now, that happened in July, on July 7th of 2025, and goes for 7 years. So remember, Uranus is the planet of surprises, change, and unexpected events. So if you want to see how Uranus is affecting you, you might want to check that out and get your sun, your moon, or your rising sign or cusp sign, or get different ones, more than one, if you got to see. If my readings normally resonate for your sun sign here on YouTube and Rumble, then just get your sun sign. If you find that it changes from month to month, which it happens for a lot of people, some months their rising sign makes sense. Sometimes their moon sign makes sense more than their sun sign. Well, then you may want to get more than one sign in these videos. And that applies to all my videos on Vimeo, and now Patreon, as well as watching them here on YouTube. Also, my Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread psychic tarot readings, they go from July of 2025 through July of 2026. So it's a 1-year time period, and they're like the 3rd or 4th most popular video series I record for my special Vimeo on-demand videos and now Patreon. There's 7 categories. It's a lot of predictions and messages there. So if you're interested and you want to check them out, you can get them on the Patreon, my Patreon shop tab, or you can get them on Vimeo. Again, those links are down below. They're also on my website. And the link for Patreon is down below, and the link for Patreon is also on the videos tab, videos page of my website. Also, don't forget, if you want an expansion and a continuation of the videos I'm doing right here on these tarot readings, you can get my psychic crystal readings for September 2025 for each sign of the zodiac. Again, they're available on Vimeo. They're available on Patreon. Those links are down below. And thank you so much for your purchases of these videos. I do truly appreciate it. It does keep this channel going. I have been thinking of retiring. I've been saying this in the videos, so all of you do know. I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't think I'm doing it now. I've started working at 13 when I was 13 years old. Then when I went away to culinary school after high school, I became a pastry chef, and I worked as a pastry chef for 22 years. Then I became professionally a psychic, working as a psychic for 24, almost 25 years. And of those 25 years, 11 of them I've been on YouTube. So psychic readings are draining. They're tiring, they're draining, and I do private readings. I still do them, and I do Reiki for people, and all these videos I create for YouTube, Rumble, and Patreon, and Vimeo. So it is very draining work. It's tiring. I'm getting older, and sometimes I do really think maybe I need to like hang up my hat. But your likes, shares, and subscribes, your positive attitude about liking my videos, and your purchases of the ones that I do outside of YouTube and Rumble really help keep this channel going. So I do truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting my readings. So now on to cards number 4. You have the Queen of Swords. This is an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you, Capricorn, if you have a sun, a moon, or a rising sign that is an air sign. This is somebody you may have to do some kind of business with in September, or maybe even later. They could be somebody that's setting you up in like a new job, a new position, a new office. They could be setting you up, but they could be setting you up in a negative way. So you have to see how it plays out. Like it's a setup. That's not good. But for many of you, I feel like they're trying to set you up with like a new position, or maybe even a new home. It could be a realtor, but it could be a boss or somebody that you're going to do business with in some way. I feel like you look at them like they're on the ball, like they got their act together. They could even be getting you situated in school or in a training program, or some kind of, like maybe you work at a business or company, and this is the person that's could be a boss, could be an HR person, that wants to set you up to get additional training. Or maybe they work for the same company you work for, but they're not where you are, but they're the ones that like arrange for you to go over there and get the additional classes or training or whatever. So they could be setting you up for training, classes, could be situating you in a new job, a new position. I feel like they do look at you favorably, and I do feel like they look at you like you utilize your time wisely. So this is somebody that feels like they've got authority, they've got like logical sense, they've got boss vibes around them. So I really don't feel like it's a love partner to you. I mean, it hasn't come up that way yet, but I feel like this is somebody that's trying to set you up and situate you in something. They could bring positive things into your life, positive outlooks, positive situations. This could be somebody that wants to hire you. They may want you to join their business or company. This person could look like $1 million to you, and you may be surprised that they're a lot older than you think they are. Or you may be like, wow, that air sign person looks really good for their age. You may be surprised. They may have been around a lot longer. I feel like they're directive, they're orderly, maybe organized and orderly. So you have to see what happens there. Now, the last card in your reading is the Three of Pentacles. This is focusing on craftsmanship and attention to detail. You could be getting a raise, a promotion. Your business could be expanding. This could also be like working on your finances, scrutinizing your finances, building up your finances. Some of you Capricorns are finally are getting the hang of something. It could be a new job. It could be a new business you started. It could be in doing stock trading and investing, or crypto trading and investing. But it's like you learned the ropes, you're getting the hang of it, whatever it is. And you're going to be chipping away at things that are going to bring you more success, where people will give you more acknowledgement and recognition that you know what you're doing. Some of you could be putting together some kind of new program that could be a real moneymaker for you. Maybe you're going to start a program for an after-school program for kids. Maybe you're going to start a computer program or some kind of program for people to do weight loss, exercise, health-related things. Like it could be, an app. It could be a webinar, a seminar. It could be a program that people come in person and attend. And you're going to have a lot of financial growth and abundance from that. Could take 9 months to a year till you really see the money start rolling in. Like it's going to start going, but where you feel like, okay, it's really taken off. Some of you are going to find out there was some kind of structural damage due to a flood, an earthquake, a hurricane, a tornado, something. And you may find some kind of damage or damage to a structure or structural damage, and then it's going to have to get repaired. And it's going to cost money. Now, you may be able to fix it yourself if you're really good and handy and you know that kind of stuff, or you're well connected and you have friends in places that know what they're doing about building and construction and renovations and repairs. But I do see this as that's the case for some of you. You may even see like certain styles in the market are changing, and you may want to capitalize on that. And that could be involving fashion, could be clothes, shoes, could be makeup, could be hair, products, anything where you see like styles are, you know, they always shift and change, right? Because when I think back over the years of all the different styles I've seen, you know, come through the platform shoes and bell bottoms to, you know, Candy's shoes and designer jeans to the grunge look to, like, I could keep going, right? So you may be noticing how something's changing. It doesn't have to be clothing and makeup and hair. It could be other things. And you're going to roll with it. You're going to capitalize on it and start some kind of business or product or service based on that. And if you start working on it or developing it now in September, like I said, a year from now, it could be a big cash cow for you. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Capricorns to work with, use, and wear. Your fellow earth sign of Taurus also got it, I believe, because I think this comes up for Taurus a lot. But anyway, you've got it, Capricorn. Amethyst. Helps with addictions. It helps enhance the immune system. It's also good for improving the endocrine system and also improves skin appearance. It's good for promoting digestive health, reducing headaches, and regulating hormones. Amethyst also increases spiritual awareness and psychic abilities, positive transformation. It can help relieve stress and enhances memory. If you're in the running for something, a promotion, a raise, a new job, this is going to help you with, like, promote your energy, make you stand out, make you get more noticed, more recognition in September. It's also going to be very good for reducing stress, especially if you're prone to headaches, neck pain, or upper back pain. It's going to be helpful for you to carry it and wear it to reduce pains in those areas that are actually happening connected to do with stress. This is a stone, Capricorn. If you want to be more amorous and sexual with your partner in September, I hear it's got like an aphrodisiac kind of quality for you in September. So you may want to take advantage of that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And thank you for all you do for this channel. Your support means a lot, and it helps keep these psychic predictions and messages coming to you. And I appreciate all of your views, comments, shares, likes, and subscribes. It means a lot to me, and I do truly appreciate it. Without you, I wouldn't be able to keep this channel going. So thank you very much. And if you're interested in any of the special videos I record on very specific topics, bringing you more psychic predictions and messages, you can get them on my Vimeo on-demand videos and also on Patreon. I've created a list you can read here on this slide. They are also linked below this video in the description box and on my website, theluckymermaid.com, on the videos page. So I hope you all have an absolutely beautiful and amazing month of September, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.